welcome back to my channel for another video. Today I'm going to talk to you about Vegan 2018, the new film that was premiered last night in London by Plant-Based News.
I'm spinning in circles by the straight out of light, with every excuse I'm falling behind.
So last night I was in London, Leicester Square, and I went along to the premiere of Vegan 2018, which, as I said, is presented and made by Plant-Based News, and I was so excited to go. It was such a great evening to be around so many awesome people that cared about veganism just as much as I do. So that was really cool. Yeah, just to give you a bit of background about Vegan 2018, there was also Vegan 2017. I think that was the first one, and it is a yearly roundup of everything that's happened in the vegan, well, not everything, it's a yearly roundup of what's happened in the vegan movement in terms of all the news, the law changes, just progression that's been made over the course of a year. And obviously it doesn't contain absolutely everything, because there's been absolutely tons and tons and tons of news and magazine and newspaper and radio and everything else, all the different types of media that we've had this year has been phenomenal. So it doesn't cover everything, but it covers some of the main pieces. And what struck me on a personal level when I sat in the audience and watched this is what an absolute vegan geek I am, that I knew every single piece of news footage. I'd seen everything all before, because I've had such a keen eye on the media this year, especially in terms of veganism. So just on a personal level, I did pick up on the fact that I do really keep an eye on what's going on out there. And that was kind of nice. And in terms of if you don't keep an eye that closely, the Vegan 2017, Vegan 2018 would be a really awesome documentary film to see, because it literally just condenses it into one program for you to watch. And I think it's out really soon. It might even be on YouTube today even. So if it is, I'll put the link below so you can catch up and watch it. And it was just such an awesome evening. I really enjoyed it. There's a Q&A at the end. With people like Heather Mills and Earthling Ed, and there was a vegan doctor there as well who was really fascinating and really interesting to hear her speak also, and then the two filmmakers themselves from Plant-Based News, which was really cool. And it was just, yeah, such an awesome evening. I really recommend that you totally check it out. It's about 45 minutes to an hour long, so not very long at all. And if you just want to get a roundup of what's been going on in the vegan world over the course of the year, then it's definitely the easiest way to catch up and find out what's been going on. And in terms of how it made me feel, my personal feelings on it were that it was really inspiring to see what movements have been made and what progressions have been made, and how it's all come together in the course of a year. I found that so inspiring to actually see so much positive media. The vegan message is just not really flawed in any way, and the media just is so positive about it. And there are slight criticisms, but they're not really criticisms of the message of veganism. It's more about how it's delivered. So there's this thing about, oh, vegans are so extreme, but really, it's a real minority of veganism are extreme, but you get that in any group. You're always going to get a spectrum of people. You're going to get people at this end of it, and people at this end of it, and a whole load of people in the middle. So if that's the only argument against, what's wrong with veganism is, some people are more extreme about it, then I don't really think that is an argument, and that really inspires me, because I know that this is something that is just absolutely unstoppable right now. And I'm excited. When I watched it, I did kind of get a feeling also that there is still a lot more work to be done. So as vegan activists, we really need to keep moving and not get complacent and thinking that we've done enough now, it's all gonna happen and fall into place, because I don't really think it is just going to fall into place. I think it still needs people and enthusiasm and passion and the message driven hard behind it, and delivered in a way that people can understand and that people feel they can relate to, and it inspires people. And I think that kind of message is what's still needed, and there's still work to be done. And I made an action plan for 2019 of all the really cool things that I want to do to help inspire people that follow me and reach new audiences. And I felt so inspired that was what I did as a result of watching the film, and also as a result of travelling in from Brighton to watch the film. I had a bit of spare time to do that. And I think as vegans, we really need to keep focused. We really need to think about what can we do to help, because once you've seen what happens, it's really hard to unsee it in terms of the animal suffering, the damage to the health, you're damage to our environment. And I think we have a moral obligation once we've seen this and once we understand what the situation is. We have a moral obligation to help present that to other people and inspire them to also learn what we've learned about the industries and why we think that it is a great lifestyle to lead. I think we have an obligation to share that and not to keep that just to ourselves or to our families and be really private about it. I think that we really should be sharing it, and I think we should be sharing it in a way that works well for us, because we're all different. And yeah, you are going to get the extremists, and that's what works for them, is to be extreme. Okay, that's one thing. As long as they're not breaking the law, you know, that's what they're doing. And then you get other people other vegans who inspire people by just being more gentle and more informative about their approach. And that's cool too, because that's what works for that person. And you've got to take your personality type and what you feel you can share with the world, and you've got to act on that. And I feel really excited about 2019. I think it's going to be an amazing year for veganism, and I'm looking forward to making another video after I've seen Vegan Nut 2019 and sharing a little bit about that. But definitely check it out once it drops. Totally check it out. I think that it will be a really good thing for you to do, and I think you'll enjoy it very much. If you have seen it, please do leave the comments in the comment section below, because I'd love to hear what you thought of it. Take care guys, see you in another video, and if you like this, please feel free to subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends and family. Take care, see you soon.